Now in business, the Nigerian exchanges, NGX All-Share Index dipped by 187.21 points or 0.47% on Friday to close at 39,483.08 from 39,670.29 achieved on Thursday. Also, the market capitalization declined by 97 billion naira or 0.47% to 20.571 trillion naira from 20.668 trillion naira recorded on Thursday. NGX traded 280.57 million shares worth 3.18 billion naira in 4,012 deals. This represented an increase of 39.01% compared with 201.84 million shares valued at 1.68 billion naira traded in 3,274 deals on Thursday. Joining me live on News Central now is the Managing Director, Trust Bank Capital Management Limited, Aziz Lawal. It's good to have you on the news with us at this time.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning, Aziz. Okay, let's go straight to business. Out of the 6 major indicators used to gauge the performance of the equity market, 5 closed in red and only 1 gained. What was responsible for that, and what should our audience expect from the market this week?
I lost you for a moment there.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now clearly.
Okay, now out of the 6 major indicators used to gauge the performance of the equity market, 5 closed in red and only 1 gained. What was responsible for that? And what should our audience expect from the market this week?
Yeah, we saw mixed sentiment in the market last week with the benchmark index closing in red in 3 of the 5 trading sessions. I mean, the 3 days losses, they were so strong. They were so strong. I mean, the weekly performance itself closed in the red zone, driven largely by activities of profit takers. If you recall, last week we noted this reservation that the market is likely to close the mixed sentiments. So, like rightly noted, performance across the sectors were bearish, as 5 of the 6 indicators under our coverage declined. The consumer goods index was the biggest loser, down by around 6.3%, following heavy losses in Nestle and flour mill. Industrial goods index was the biggest gainer for last week, due majorly to buying interest in Dangote cement. I mean, this week we expect market performance to be driven by a mix of profit-taking and bargain hunting activities. Yeah, the stock to watch for investors this week is UACN. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now as is, the federal government was in the bond market to raise 150 billion naira last week. How was that outing, and what should we expect from the bond market this week?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, it was a good outing for the FG last week. Yeah, they were in the market to raise 150 billion, but they got to 60 billion. You can imagine. Following a subscription of around 60 billion, the auction was oversubscribed by over 140%, and stop rates for each of the maturities closed lower. Like we noted last week that we expect stop rates from the auction to close lower. They did close lower. For 2028, from the last auction in July, that they closed around 11.6%. But from the last auction in July, it closed around 12.35%. But last week, it closed around 11.6%. And the same trend for 2036 and 2050s. I mean, lower rates means lower borrowing costs for government, considering the fact that debt servicing cost to revenue currently stands at around 98%. So it was really a good outing for government. As for the impact on the bond market this week, we expect market to be bullish this week, as market players positioned to feel lost bids at last week's auction. But the mixed performance is more likely, considering the tight liquidity in the environment. Thank you.
All right, so a mixed performance this week. Thank you so much, Aziz Lawal, for joining us on the Business Desk. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.